Well, now we go to a hero that's been talked about a lot.
Yeah, we scrolling down to Sojourn.
Are we going to Sojourn? Yeah, is that where we're going?
It's Sojourn time. So, Sojourn changes. Now, obviously, Sojourn's been talked about a lot and has been a hero that, it's been interesting to get one shot a lot. A lot of changes here. We'll just kind of start right away. The railgun primary fire spread increased by 28%.
Yeah, so we want you to take fights a little bit closer at Sojourn. I think even when you're not just with your right click, we lowered that a little bit. You can still use it from pretty far. It's like 40 meters in terms of the fall off. That's still pretty far range. But now the primary spread, I think from the gameplay we're like sitting in the back, almost kind of like holding that down from the back line, getting a bunch of charge, and then using secondary fire. You're going to have to get a little bit closer to get that charge. So that's why the spread increases here. I think this is probably one of the bigger changes that she's getting out of these 3 changes.
Really?
Because I was gonna say I saw another change here too.
The second one I think is huge.
Yeah. We can talk about disruptor. So it no longer slows. I think here
that's awesome.
What we've been seeing, there's obviously some frustration built into that a little bit, but also what we believe is that that's something, unfortunately, that's going to hurt some of her viability across all ranks, but a little bit less so at the high end, where some of the other changes might affect her ability more so at the high end in terms of her play style. But yeah, it is a big change, big shift from what she's doing right now. But yeah, it's not necessarily an integral part of her kit. We've seen a lot of frustration with it, and we wanted to be a little heavy-handed here, Sojourn. We want to make sure that these are just 3 nerfs. No compensation here, and we just want to see her go down a little bit in terms of her dominance of late.
Yeah, I think it's big. No compensation, making sure that like we gotta bring her a little bit under control, and I'm really excited to see what that I'm not a great numbers guy. The 28% in my head, I'm like that sounds like a lot, but I don't know until I like actually get to play it. But bringing Sojourns closer to the fight, so you don't have the mercy pocketed Sojourn about 3 miles away, just like AC 130ing your whole team away. It's just like I think that'll be a nice change.
Yes, I like I said, like you were saying, I definitely need to see how it looks with the 20%, but that does sound like a lot, and I imagine it will be. Basically, especially at long range, you just won't be able to. It's just going to be a little bit more difficult. And then power slide is now from 6 seconds to 7 seconds.
It's just really good.
It's good ability.
There's a lot. It's one of the best abilities right now, and
it's great.
Little nudge up, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to complain about it going from 6 seconds to anything past that. Like 7 seconds. You can go 10 seconds if you want. It's fine. So it's going to be interesting to see how the 7 seconds will be. But yeah, definitely some changes to Sojourn, and I'm really curious to see how Sojourn will play after these changes. And if it will be, how well Sojourn still will play in ranked.
Agreed.
Or just in general, like obviously ranked and quick play.